I've been trading in the live markets for 23 years using technical analysis, and if you give me the next few minutes, I'm going to give you a lot of information for you to chew on to know what might be happening next in the markets. First thing I want to do is take a look here at the S&P 500. We're going to go over here to the S&P 500. I want to show you that we stopped on Friday. Okay, first, we had a huge run this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, boom, 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 straight up, higher, higher, higher. Big move on average volume. What's interesting here, we had a symmetrical triangle. We broke down from that. We came back in the apex and exploded higher. This is a bullish death hook, but we're stalling out after a 5-day run at a major area of resistance. We have support here. We gap down, open there. We have resistance here, and we're back up. And these trend lines, you have to learn how to draw these correctly. This is an advanced way of drawing trend lines. And sure enough, if you zoom in here, I want you to see something. The price actually went straight up to that line and sold and came right back down. Do you see that? It's not by accident. It's because professionals, we know these trend lines and we know them well. Speaking of that, we do have a trend line course. Feel free to buy it at Grok Trade. It's a $2,000 course. We're selling for $197. However, next week on Wednesday at 2 p.m., I'm doing a micro class giving you all the information on it for $19. So $19 on trend lines. All right, a little plug. But moving on. So what should happen now? All I know is we're very extended to the upside. We're pretty high on the RSI. And the MACD is starting to roll over and very high here. And what's interesting is now that we had this big run, we should pull down, but the interesting part is we broke a lot of resistance areas. The Dow, the diamonds, up, major area of resistance. You'll see this red line coming across here, and I want to show this to you, that we have support broken is resistance and resistance, and that's where we're at now. So let's blow this up so you can see it again. And we're up 5 days, and as soon as we touch that line, look at that. Sellers came in, gave us an upper shadow. Now we have a spinning top at the high of a run. MACD is rolling over. We're very high on the RSI. This could be ready to drop, but we broke a major area of resistance. So we have a symmetrical triangle. You guys see those two trend lines, symmetrical triangle. It broke, came back in. This is a bullish death hook. It comes rallying back up. A couple weeks ago, we did a micro course on this. What is a micro course? The micro courses are $19 courses that we put on, and I just give you I cut out all the fluff and just give you the meat of what you need to know how to trade this stuff successfully. So we have this big red. The background noise you hear here is I'm at the Latte Vini. Is that the name of this place? The Latte Vino. Latte Vino in Lutz, Florida. And up at resistance. Look here at the Qs. 5 days up at a major resistance. Yet again, we're sitting here at this resistance area. And at this resistance area, you can see resistance, boom, resistance. What should happen? We're rolling over. We should drop. Doesn't mean it's going to, because I want to show you guys something after this. I mean, really important. But Russell's 2000, symmetrical triangle, bullish death hook. There it is. That was the entry day. And then, boom, straight up gaps. I mean, this thing is just running like a machine, looking very strong. We're coming up to an area of resistance here at this swing high. And look at financials, see what type of strength that we have. And we have a ton of it, but we paused here at the 200-day moving average. That's the red line coming across there. Resistance. We broke that resistance. Now we're very extended to the upside. And RSI is really high. This is a great place for sellers to come in and to pull back a little bit here, pull back for a few days. Certainly could see that happening. US dollar crashed on Friday. Thursday was the day that it was breaking down. It broke that trend line. Once the trend line broke in, then it released down to the downside. And if you take a quick look at gold, up, down, and now it's starting to rally back higher again. Silver, same thing. It went up, pull back, pop, pull back, pop. Now it's back above this trend line. It's very important that we stay above that trend line because it all looks well. And the VIX has just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days straight down, rising wedge, which is more bearish than it is bullish. And then you had a breakdown back here on Tuesday, then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, bam, straight down. RSI relative oversold at this moment. It should be ready for a bounce. But I wanted to guys show you something. We have a weekly chart. Very important that we look at this weekly chart. Weekly chart on the spiders. We had a symmetrical triangle. We broke down from the symmetrical triangle. We rallied back into it. So this is a bullish death hook. What should happen now is a monster rally taking place. That's why the dailies, even though they're extended, even though the dailies are extended, the weekly chart has a lot of room to go higher and to blast through. But we're dealing with some major issues. I'll share that with you here momentarily. Big rally up, breaking all sorts of areas here on the diamonds. A lot of resistance broken with this. Qs, big bull flag. We've been talking about the bull flag, symmetrical triangle. We closed back inside it and above it. This should rally straight up. Let's see if it happens. Again, the noise, because I'm at a busy coffee place. We drop. We've dropped below a support line and we rallied back. That's a jab. And we have a symmetrical triangle, so the Russell's 2000, guys. If it comes back and we close back above it, that's going to be a bullish death hook to the upside. We could see a monster rally to the upside if that happens. But what's the financials weekly showing us? Big symmetrical triangle. We went below it and then we came back in. That is your bullish death hook. It's saying that we are set to go bullish on the higher time frames, guys. And very important to look at that. US dollar for the week finally is pulling back, and that's helping out the markets. It's helping out gold, silver. It's helping out the different stocks, helping out everybody. The gold, if you look at this, we're up on the weekly chart, inside trading candle, so that you got to be careful here. This could be a reversal pattern. Silver had a nice run, big symmetrical triangle. We're at resistance. Got to be careful here on the weekly chart, okay? VIX, if you take a look at this, huge drop. Guys, do you know that the VIX is below 15 at the time of this video? Under 15. That is shockingly low for what we're dealing with. And what do you mean? What are we dealing with? Let me go and show you. I'm going to educate you guys. What you're looking at here, and I shared this with you guys last time on the last video. Go there and watch it if you haven't done so yet. But what you're looking at here is the inversion, the bond yield inversion. And so anytime this blue line dips below this red line, that means the 10-year bond is paying less than the 2-year bond, which is inverted. So the higher time frame bond should pay you more, not less, right? Well, what we are looking at is this. So this is a very interesting chart that we're looking at here, because what we do know is the markets will drop, and I'm trying to get my other line up here right now, and it's not happening at this moment. But anyway, the markets drop after this rallies back over this, meaning that the inversion corrects 1 to 4 months after this. So you get this big bear market correction, and with double-digit unemployment. So when this rights itself, bad things happen. Somebody else has crunched some numbers, and it says it's roughly an average of 100 days after the correction is when this this problem happens. Now, furthermore, do you guys remember me showing you this individual chart? So there's a chart that I want to show you that is the sector rotation. Anytime materials and energy gets really hot and financials and techs get soft, we go into a recessionary pullback. So the markets will slowly go up. They take the stairs up, and then it jumps out of the window on the way down. So that's what we're looking at here. So the question is, where do we see the markets, rotation, the sector strength? Well, I like to go to FinViz. If you go to FinViz, click on groups. When you click on groups, you get this information. And if you scroll down 3 months, for the 3 months performance, there's only one in green. What is that? Energy. So again, the reason I say energy is because when energy gets hot, that is the beginning of a recessionary drop. That's if technicals and financials start to soften. So if we go back to this and say, okay, in 3 months, energy is hot. where do we see financials? Well, it's in the middle, and technology is still up here at the top. So this is telling me this still has time to mature. Okay, still has time to mature. We go up to 1 month, utilities and energy, very, very hot. Technology is still up there. Financials are dropping. Do you guys see that? You go to a 1 week performance. You can't go too much off of 1 week. This has been a killer week, going really well. Energy was the poorest here. Technology and financials getting strong. It should happen in a bullish market. Okay, giving you a lot of information. So what am I saying with all this? All I'm saying is this. If I look here at the VIX, the fear being so low, okay, and this is the weekly chart. Now, if I go over here to the spider now, and I see you got this big bull flag on the NASDAQ. Let's look at that first. Big bull flag on the NASDAQ breaking out to the upside. And we go to the spider. We have a symmetrical triangle, Bullish Death Hook to the upside. And look at Bullish Death Hook online. Go to Google Bullish Death Hook. And learn about these things. But right there, man, this thing could get really bullish and fast. But I just shared with you that the U.S. The bond yields should be crashing the markets here soon. It hasn't corrected yet. The bond yields haven't corrected. Will they correct? I don't know. How soon? I don't know. All I know, it's a deeper correction and the longest correction we've had in history. So the jury is out on how that will play out. So going just a step further with the sector rotation, you have energy, crude oil, you have energy getting really, really expensive, right? Gas isn't being affected by it at this moment, which is which is just shocking. I'll just say it that way. But what we're seeing is the sector rotation setting up for a big recessionary pullback. You have, remember the guy that put the big bet on The Big Short? If you haven't watched The Big Short, go watch that movie. The hedge fund guy that put on that big bet on that has now a $1 billion plus bet on the short side for the markets going into 2024. Apparently Warren Buffett is making some defensive plays in the markets too. So you have big players right now assuming that 2024 is going to be a brutal year. So the question is, when in 2024 will it be bullish or bearish? We don't know. We have to watch the technicals. Whoever reads these charts the best wins, period, bar none. Whoever reads price action best wins. So I said all that to say this. I think that there's a decent chance that November and December could in fact be bullish. We will get the Santa Claus rally. I think it's plausible. Not just plausible, but highly possible. I think that is that. However, as soon as we get the correction in the bond yield, I think the ticker is there between 1 to 100 days that the markets will start its descent again, and we'll go in from a correction, which we are now, into a full-fledged bear market, 20+% down from the highs. So there it is. Now, you guys know that this is the last video you will ever see from me unless you subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll get these with the option to unsubscribe later. Highly recommend that you subscribe if you like this level of technical analysis. I've been trading in the live markets 23 years using technical analysis. I'm a fund manager nowadays, and I stay very busy on a day-to-day basis. I'm trading a significant amount of money on a day-to-day basis in the markets. I'm teaching a trendline course. There's nobody that goes as deep as I do when it comes to trend lines that I know of. There's 3 primary trend lines you have to know if you're going to use these well. And I'll put it this way, guys. If you okay, if you go to, I have way too many tabs open, guys. Way too many. Let me just go to Grok, trade, go to classes. Alright, so let me show you this. I'll just go here first. If I go to the home page, okay, you cannot have a trading pattern. The only way to make money in the markets is if you have a trading pattern, a good trading setup. The only way to have a good trading setup is you can identify the trade setup. The only way to have a trading pattern. The only way to have a trading pattern is you have to have 2 trend lines to give you that pattern. The only way to have 2 trend lines is if you know how to draw them. It takes at least 2 points to draw 1 trend line. But the one thing I want to share with you, if you just go to Grok Trade, come down, you can buy-step the class, and don't worry about the class. It's got a sticker price of $2,000, but for $197 you can buy the 2-hour. It's a very comprehensive trendline course that is the best that's out there, period. And it'll be one that you will want to keep the rest of your life. Or just pay 19 bucks, jump into our class. It's a micro class, so I give you all this information condensed into 45 minutes or less, and that's what I do. And you can join us. It's at 2 p.m. Wednesday, which is November 8th, Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. But if that's how you can do it. If you don't want to sit into a class and you want all the meat on the bone, then feel free to buy the full course. If you want just the facts, the details, bam, just do the $19 and we'll see you there. So anyway, it doesn't cost you anything to give me a like. Give me a like. I appreciate you all. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Guys, why are you still here? You're supposed to be gone while I still have you. If you haven't joined the 301 mentorship yet, seriously give that some serious thought. Mark the Meerkat's been trading a long time in the markets. As you know, I have too. We take people under our wing and we teach you what we do to trade in the live markets. We trade a significant amount of money on a day-to-day basis in the live markets ourselves. If you're going to learn from anybody, learn from us. It's the 301 mentorship program. We've been doing this a long time, and we're happy to help you. Education with specialized knowledge makes you unstoppable. There you have it. Now, get out of here.